Well, everybody, the long-awaited Fallout TV show has finally come out. And as most of you probably already know at this point, it doesn't suck. It's actually really, really good. Like, really, really good. I have finished the show now. I watched it all yesterday. It's why I didn't stream yesterday. I spent the whole day watching the show and playing Fallout New Vegas. Having a good old time. And I will admit, I felt the most skeptical about the show after the first trailer came out and I saw some shots and just scenes. The way they were cut out of context gave me like a little bit of a bad feeling about what tone the show would go for. But sure enough, the trailers were just clipping a lot of jokes out of a very like pretty serious show outside of just the natural Fallout goofiness you expect. And almost making it come off as if it was like a lot more sarcastic and not taking itself seriously as it really is. And I'm glad that it struck the balance that it does, but the trailers might have given it a less... I feel like the trailers didn't perfectly get across how good it would be, you know? I felt like this show was going to be good, though, when I first saw that leaked image, like years ago, I think, at least a year ago, of the full practical suits of power armor sitting in that warehouse for the filming. Like, the full-on just suits of power armor that had leaked, like a year and a half ago, maybe. I saw that, and I was like, okay, all right, we're cooking, dude. We are cooking. And so, of course, real quick, just so you guys know, you know, what I'm talking about, we'll go ahead and we'll watch the trailer for the Fallout show. Let's take a look. I'll go ahead and play the trailer because we got some stuff to talk about in relation to the show. The show is broken up into basically 4 main perspectives. You've got the Vault Dweller, you've got the Ghoul, you've got the Brotherhood of Steel, and you've, like, well... technically 2 squires that split up. I'm not going to spoil things by getting too into it, but there's effectively 4 characters through which we follow the story from, and not all of these characters are on the same side. I didn't notice this in the first trailer, or when I first watched this trailer. Very, very good trailer. Frankly, if any of you are not sold on watching this and you're like a Fallout fan, like I've heard that a lot of New Vegas fans are just a little too, they're a little like on edge about this show because they've heard that supposedly it unexists New Vegas or whatever. I assure you it does not. It does not undo New Vegas in the timeline. In fact, minor spoiler alert, seeing that like, minor spoiler alert. Minor spoiler alert. But this is literally a scene in the show.
Even till eternity.
Dude, my heart jumped. My heart fucking jumped, dog. My heart was in my fucking throat. Man. Yeah, New Vegas fans that have not been watching the show because you think, like, the show undoes New Vegas, I assure you, it does not. Although I do think it's going to have to make an ending to New Vegas canon, which might piss a lot of people off if that's not the ending you prefer, but, you know, we're seeing New Vegas in live action, so can't complain. New Vegas season teaser, yeah. That scene reminds me of how season 1 of Rings of Power ends with Sauron just walking towards Mount Doom and entering Mordor, about to like claim his land, you know? And it's like, ah, shit, I know what happens, but I want to see it happen, you know? Wonder if it would be the Yes Man ending. Hopefully the canon ending isn't the Legion. It has to be Yes Man, right? It would have to be. Because, well, no, maybe they go fully with, like, the most pussified courier route possible, and they go with the route the Courier could have taken, in which they affected the status quo the least, so that when our characters arrive in New Vegas, it's like essentially the same state as it was when New Vegas happens, so they can like soak up all of that sweet New Vegas goodness, you know? Anyway. Outside of how amazing the show is, everybody is praising it, but the right has naturally had to find a way to hate on this, because you can't really be in favor of or even allow the success of unchallenged a show that is popping off despite having a female lead, a black man lead, who are, spoiler alert, but it's relevant, I have to say this, in a relationship. So I think the fact that the female main lead is in a relationship with a black man, that's just absolutely going to trigger the Chuds. They cannot let that stand. That is just like, holy fuck, are they mad about that? Have you seen the 4chan green text posts of them fucking screaming about what a whore they think the main character of this show is for that? Boy, oh boy, they are mad. And a variety of other reasons for the show's just very broad and blatant progressive values. The right just can't allow this show to exist and be popular without severe challenge, because the right's whole gimmick is to either A, take a popular thing and warp it in some way, if they can, into being anti-woke, so that the success of that popular thing can double as success for that anti-woke idea, right? So right-wingers love to use Warhammer, Helldivers. I mean, go down the list of different properties that are blatant criticisms of right-wing politics, but they're popular with conservatives and popular in general, or even just popular at all and not even political, and the right tries to claim it, right? And if they can't claim it, regardless of its popularity, the right will attempt to claim that its popularity is false or manufactured, you know? And so the right is already having to jump on the, we are disavowing this show and we are making up conspiracies about how no one actually likes it. There are obviously the countless posts about how the positive posts about the show are actually from bots, but then you've got my favorite, which has to be a little bit of a discourse that popped off. This isn't directly criticizing the show, but it expanded into that. You'll see. So this account called Game Characters AI, this account is run by an AI. It isn't an actual human being posting. Or wait, this account is not run by an AI. It's an actual human being posting. I just fix characters with AI, fix characters, and post about gaming to be great again. So I guess like make gaming great again. Like they're trying to do a MAGA, but it's gaming. Okay, I guess. Anyway, they posted this, which is the most bizarre shit I've ever seen. It's an edit of the poster where the main character is wearing the suit, and it's her from behind with the Vault 33 number there. And they used AI to enhance and smooth and, like, shinyify everything from the waist down. Obviously, none of the effect happened on, like, everything from the waist up, so it's, like, it's really bizarre, because you can see there's texture and stuff here, but everything below it looks like a cartoon. And it's like, man, now they're doing it to real women. You got people replying shit like, go outside, please, I'm begging you. Yeah, pretty much. Please, fucking go outside. Yeah, and the best part of all of it, of course, is the person who got the most traction with his quote tweet of that post. And that would be Mudahar, Some Ordinary Gamers, who simply said, this is what crippling porn addiction looks like. I think my quote tweets was something along the lines of, when you can't install your Gooner Fallout mod list onto a TV show. I think that's what I quote tweeted it with. I think my quote tweet was a bit better, but, you know. But regardless, based fucking quote tweet from Muda. Based quote tweet. Oh, yeah, by the way, check that out. follows me. Yeah, just, it's nothing. It's nothing. Anyway, now what ends up happening is absolutely hilarious. The right loses their fucking minds at this. This person named Not V quote tweets it saying, "Straight men liking women's asses is porn addiction. Must be one of the biggest brain takes of our generation." Hilariously, I guarantee you this guy shames sex workers and hates, like, women that he believes are whores. It's only when the women are, like, fictional characters and, like, literally not real video game characters and anime characters that it's acceptable for them to be, like, lewd and sexually, like, showing off or whatever, I guess. Mudahar quote tweets it saying, "Yeah, your argument starts to fall on its ass when AI is used to modify a real human to fit this standard. I love how this is also the part of the massive Fallout lore you want to specifically preserve so bad for some reason, Lamau. AI also missed the top half of her body too, Lamau. Yeah, supposedly they're mad because the suits are supposed to be tighter. Like, they're supposed to be roughly, not quite this tight, but a bit looser than this in lore. And they're, a little more practically loose and modest in the show. And I guess they're trying to argue, it's not that I want a goon, it's that I want it to be more accurate to the games. I'm pretty sure the game's jumpsuits would look like this if games were better at animating cloth fabric movements, It's easier just to make it skin tight, because then you have to animate less cloth movement and physics, right? I guarantee you that's why the Vault suits look the way they do. I guarantee you. Also, wait, no. I'm literally playing through New Vegas. The Vault 13 suit that you get looks like this. It's baggy. I can boot up Fallout New Vegas right now. I will literally boot up Fallout New Vegas right now and prove this is not how tight Fallout jumpsuits are. This is a Bethesda change, if anything. If you want to try and argue it's supposed to be like, I will boot up the game right now to prove it. I'll do it. Do it? All right. Fuck it. I'll do it right now to prove. This person claiming that it's some, like, lore discrepancy and not wanting to goon. They are completely wrong. We're not really going to play the game. I'm just going to show you the jumpsuit. I will prove it right now. You see? You see this? You see how this jumpsuit looks? Is this skin tight? It looks exactly how it does in the show. It literally looks exactly as it does in the show, dude. Yeah, they're like baggy jeans. Whatever that motherfucker is saying is absolute bullshit. So yeah. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. It glitched out the audio really bad when I tabbed out of the game. That's funny. Anyway, I think it's funny that they're coping so hard on this. Speaking of cope, one of the accounts that went after Mudahar for this is the account Insane Cope, which might be, as I say here, the most accurate name on Twitter, because every time this guy tweets, he's coping insanely. He always just posts, like, a post from a left-wing person, like, here are stats that show that trans people are valid, and it's just them posting that tweet, and it's like, it's Insane Cope, because no explanation, I think it's just meant to be like, I'm trolling you by calling you coping. Very, like, 14-year-old is clearly running this account, obviously. Apparently this person used to be at Whining Gimmicks, but, I think it's hilarious that they've now gone against Muda, and, it's not going too well for them. Muda has ratioed them pretty hard with over 100,000 likes. Of course it's baggy, you're not a real Vault Dweller. Obviously real Vault Dwellers would wear it skin tight. I guess that makes sense. It is a hand-me-down in Fallout New Vegas, but I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm going to play further into the game, and I'm sure I'll find a vault eventually, and I'll encounter more Vault Dwellers, and they will have the suits, and they won't be skin tight. No, it's sarcasm. Okay, yeah, no, that's literally how they look in New Vegas, and if anything Fallout opts to look like New Vegas, that is a good thing. aesthetically, art direction wise, you know? I like New Vegas's aesthetic a lot. Outside of, you know, the graphics could be better, even as modded as I have them. Anyway, the quartering as well. The basement pisser, of course, has also jumped on the bandwagon. This guy's god married a 6-year-old. I'm pretty sure this isn't true, as in, like, he is wrong about what religion Muda worships, if any. I'm pretty sure this is just meant to be racist. Like, you're making fun of people who are degenerate gooners. Yeah, well, racism, if you think being a degenerate gooner is cringe. Like, okay, quartering. The fact that the quartering felt insulted by this kind of says something about the quartering, right? Dude, I can never not show these clips. We're not showing the basement piss one right now. Instead, the quartering Gina Carano Cuck Fantasy. Yeah, you heard me. Scrubbed from YouTube, probably by the quartering DMCAing it. I gotta find it on Reddit. Yep, here it is. Only the kind of thing you can find on Reddit, because YouTubers like the quartering DMCA this shit the second it gets posted on YouTube.
Gina and I could do an excellent on-screen romance where, like, I'm the best friend. I'm like her best friend, but I pine after her. And then she just keeps banging all these other dudes. And then I'm, like, all sad. And then she, like, realizes that I was me all along. And that she comes to, you know, and then she comes to realize it. And then we live happily ever after.
He's drunk.
Like, I think we could do that. I mean, that's what I think. I just mean, like, I think it's there. She could just keep hooking up with fit dudes, MMA dudes, and then, like, they don't make her laugh, you know? They don't get her. And then there's me. I'm just like, oh, hey, Gina. Oh, you look tired. Did you bang another dude tonight? Oh, sweet. And then, like, my heart's breaking, you know?
Just keeps going, doesn't it? You know, he has so many options, so many opportunities to stop that and like not have it keep going and being embarrassing, but he doesn't. He just doesn't. God, what's the other oh yes, hold on. The quartering porn search leak. Yep. I mean, why is this relevant? The quartering accidentally showed his Twitter search history while live, and he has been searching for male nudes. Whoops. No. Dog. Bro. What the fuck? What the fuck? You know whose nudes he's searching for next? I mean, the pattern is clear. Holy shit. That's not even what I was looking for either. That's a new one. I've not even seen that one before. Hold on, let me see if I can find the one I'm searching for. The one where he accidentally leaks his... Yeah! He goes to open restream.io, and a recommended search ends up popping up. And, just gonna let you guys marinate on this one for a moment, you know? Just gonna let you guys marinate on it. The quartering is truly, like, just kind of a disgusting degenerate. Like, unironically. There's a reason why he was personally offended when Muda called out that weirdo's, like, Photoshop editing of that actress's ass and said, this is what porn addiction looks like. Because I guarantee you, the quartering is, like, probably a porn-addicted weirdo IRL. People like this used to be just, like, basement-dwelling, living with their mom until they're dead, pretty much. losers who never got anywhere in the world and certainly never saw any pats on the back for being losers. And these types of people, who are ironically enough the same ones to talk about participation trophies, are the ones who have been given a participation trophy of a multi-million-dollar career, in the case of the quartering, for being such a loser. The internet has provided these absolute fucking losers who would have been nobodies, who would have never been taken seriously before the internet, with power and a platform and the ability, enough money to start businesses, and from there to gain like actual power outside of the internet. It truly is despicable, but you know, no wonder the quartering felt so offended by that, though. Do you think that with this kind of shift in things lately, we might start to see YouTubers like Critical and Some Ordinary Gamers start to move in a more left-leaning direction? Not just politically, but like maybe even just getting more politically loud? Like, it's not that their politics get more left-leaning, it's that their left-leaning politics get more overt and open and in your face. Do you think that's going to happen? If you think so, comment down below, because I'm genuinely curious, and it really helps the channel when you do. And of course, if you want to help me out as well, you can always just drop a like. Every single thumbs up really does go a long way. Be sure to, subscribe and ring the bell icon if you haven't already, so YouTube tells you when I upload a new video or go live or anything like that. And of course, if you haven't already, please consider donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or supporting me financially through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Patreon, or even buying merch. Any of these ways really helps me. Links are all down below in the description. And yeah, if you haven't already, consider joining my Discord as well. It really does help, because it's just a great community, and I love having more people in there. We do watch parties, we do call-in streams, and it's just a fantastic place to hang out, as well as me doing the constant notifications for my videos and my streams, so you never have to worry about missing anything.